All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say call Haloyam Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Quitash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth and who rule well in this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel that is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and mercy unto you, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You are the true chosen people of the book. All right, so this is going to be a real quick video, man. I just want to report on some news, man, to let you know what's going on, man. All right, I got this article here and I got another article here. All right, so let's just get into it. Let's read, man. All right, so it says Pentagon chief orders U.S. military officials from around the world to Virginia next week. All right, so something is going on, man. All right, it seems like, you know, we're very close to this thing, man. Very, very close to this thing, man. You know, Pentagon chief orders U.S. military officials from around the world to Virginia next week. All right. And Pentagon is now known as what? The Department of War, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Because Donald Trump changed it to the Department of War. All right. The name of it to the Department of War, man. So now you got, like it says right here, Pentagon chief orders U.S. military officials, top U.S. military officials from around the world, all right, to Virginia next week. All right, so and they say this is a very rare, you know, a very rare thing, man. You know, like a rare calling, a rare type of meeting. You know, so something's going on, man. You know. All right, so it says Washington, September 25th. All right, U.S. Defense Secretary, all right, Pete Hegseth has summoned senior U.S. military officers, all right, from around the world to a meeting in Quantico, Virginia next week. 5 officials told Reuters on Thursday, a rare gathering of U.S. military leadership in one location. All right, it was not clear why Hegseth has ordered the generals and admirals to meet in one place on such short notice, and 2 of the officials said this has created uncertainty among the expected attendees. All right, it says senior military officials, in some cases, command thousands of troops. Most have detailed schedules weeks in advance, which have now been appended. All right, senior military officials in some cases command thousands of troops. Most have detailed schedules weeks in advance, which have now been appended. All right, people are scrambling to change their plans and see if they have to attend, one U.S. official was said, speaking on the condition, all right, of anonymity. All right, anonymity. All right, it says it was unclear how many officials will actually attend the event, but it is rare to have so many senior officials in the same room at the same time. All right, asked for comment, Pentagon spokesperson Sean Parnell said only the Secretary of War will be addressing his senior military leaders early next week. The Secretary of War, all right, will be addressing his senior military leaders early next week. Trump has ordered the department to rename itself the Department of War, a change that will require action by Congress. Parnell's office did not respond to questions about the number of officers, purpose of the meeting, or why Hegseth called so abruptly. All right, at the White House, U.S. President J.D. Vance said such a meeting was not unusual at all. All right, the U.S. has troops around the world, including in distant locations like South Korea, Japan, and across the Middle East, which are commanded by 2, 3, or 4-star generals and admirals. Hegseth, a former Fox News host has moved with stunning speed to reshape the department, firing top generals and admirals as he seeks to implement Trump's national security agenda and root out diversity initiatives he calls discriminatory. All right. In February, he fired Air Force General C.Q. Brown, chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, along with 5 other admirals and generals in an unprecedented shakeup of the U.S. military leadership. All right, so you see what's going on, man. Just to report this real quick, man, to let you know what's happening. All right, so something, it seems like something is going on to where, this is a rare type of meeting, so things are moving, bro. All right, Pentagon chief orders U.S. military officials from around the world, all right, to Virginia next week. Top military officials, man, senior officials, man. All right, so just to bring you this news, man. All right, that's it. All right, and now you got this other article, all right, coming from the Kyiv Independent. It says NATO, EU have declared war on Russia through Ukraine. All right, Lavrov claims. All right, so you got let's read it. It says NATO and the EU have declared war on Russia through Ukraine. Russian Foreign Minister, all right, Sergei Lavrov claimed, all right, at a G20 foreign ministers meeting on September 25th. All right, Lavrov remarks come amid rising tensions between Russia and NATO. Yeah, because I reported on it not too long ago. All right, you got Russia. Russia has violated NATO's airspace 3 times within the last month, right? Violating Poland's airspace, all right, Romania's airspace and Estonia's airspace, man. So the Lord is bringing tensions, man. Bro, things are moving, bro. Prophecy is moving, man. World War III is about to pop off, man. All right, but we know before these nuclear missiles hit, all right, before America's wiped off the face of this earth by thermonuclear destruction, all right, by nuclear fire, all right, we know that the MOTB must come first, man. All right, the MOTB, the mark of the beast, being the RFID microchip. Jacob's trouble also has to come, and then those nuclear missiles are going to fly. All right. Lavrov's remarks come amid rising tensions between Russia and NATO, following recent violations of the alliance's airspace by Russian drones and fighter jets. Russia's chief diplomat reiterated the Kremlin's long-standing narrative that the West provoked the war in Ukraine and said NATO and the EU had moved beyond indirect support, all right, and were now parties to the war, all right. His comments echoed a similar statement made by Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov on September 15th, who said that NATO is at war with Russia due to ongoing military support for Kyiv. All right. It says Peskov's comments came days after Poland shot down Russian drones that entered its airspace. All right. Following multiple Russian airspace violations across NATO member states. All right. U.S. President Donald Trump said allies should shoot down Russian aircraft breaching their airspace, a position backed by several European officials. In response, Russian ambassador, all right, to France, Alexei Meshkov, warned on September 25th that such actions by NATO would amount to war against Russia. Yeah, so bro, tensions are being created, and it's the Most High that's doing it, man. It's the Most High that's creating these tensions, right? Because the Lord is getting ready to bring all these nations, all right, together, all right, to plead with them there in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Come on, man. We've been telling y'all this, man. All right? And now the scriptures say in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, and at the end it shall speak. These prophecies are speaking, man. They're finally coming to pass. What we have been telling y'all, man. It says, let's keep reading. It says Poland shot down at least 3 Russian drones that entered its airspace on September 10th. All right, while a few days later, Romania reported a Russian drone flying over its territory for nearly an hour. All right, on September 19th, all right, Estonia accused Russia of violating its airspace with 3 MiG-31 fighter jets, which remained in Estonia airspace for 12 minutes. All right, a recent surge in Russian airspace violations and other provocations on NATO territory, including disinformation campaigns, has heightened concerns in the West over the risk of a broader Russian military escalation. Yeah, so the Lord is ramping things up, man. Bro, come on, bro. We almost out of here, bro. Bro, shit about to pop off for real, very soon, man. Like we've been telling y'all, man, it's finally coming to pass. This thing is really about to happen, man. You know? You know, prophecy's coming to pass, bro. Like we've been preaching and prophesying, man. You know? So that's it, man. I just want to let you know what's happening, what's going on, man. All right? So this is an in the news type of video, you know? All right? So you know what time we're living in. You know what's happening, you know what's going on around you. You know? Warning the people, letting them know what's going on. All right? So with that being said, until the next one, Shalom.